all the things this morning. Orange is sending the tripod. My printer's taking forever. I hope my printer is done now. Hi, good morning. It is August 24th at 8:02 a.m. I'm Savannah of Sewlivi Dyes Yarn. I have a small business of hand dyeing yarn. It's right there. I'm almost at my 1-year anniversary. October 1st is when I launched my website. So, oh, my cat's going after my phone case. So if you're interested, keep, what do I want to say? 1-year anniversary, October 1st. If you want to keep up to date, I guess sign up for my newsletter. I'll put a link down below with all the other links, one that says newsletter, and it'll take you directly to where to sign up. Or you just go to my website and you scroll all the way down, and then you can put in for my newsletter, where I don't put out newsletters very often, at least once or twice a month. Unless there is a special event happening, which, again, October 1st, special event. So yeah, this is my crafty channel. Right here, I talk about all things that I've worked on, mostly knitting, sometimes cross stitch, or some other kinds of crafts, sewing. You know, it's whatever I've decided to work on within the last week. So if you are new here, welcome, and I hope you enjoy what you see. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back, because I know that my videos aren't the best. They are what they are. I try. And yeah, so let's go ahead and dive into what I've been working on this week. So I haven't finished, guys. I haven't finished. My Hongdae Shawl is finally finished. Now, I can't remember exactly which day I finished this. I know it was after Tuesday. I don't remember exactly. Maybe it was Thursday when I finished it. So I do a tracker on my computer. I have like a spreadsheet and I mark it every day that I work on something. So I know it took me a total of 25 days to complete this, which it's not too bad. But this is the Hongdae Shawl. It is designed by Ashley Wemp. It is a mosaic shawl, so it's all slip stitch design. It's all in garter as well, except for this bottom border. This stripy border. That is actually knits and pearls. So that threw me off a little bit. So this shawl is done, and it's nice and big. Exactly what I like. I still don't think it's as big as my What the Fade, which I absolutely love how big that one is, but this one isn't bad. It's a decent size. It's not going to fall off my neck. Excuse me. It's not going to fall off my neck. So what do I want to say about this? The yarn is my yarn. It's Sewlivi Dyes Yarn. These are the January and February colors of the month. So we got Persephone and Hades. So my color of the month for 2021 is based off of the Lore Olympus Webtoons comic. If you are unfamiliar, it's fantastic. So yeah, I did it in those. So it took, I have over 50 grams left of my second ball of the Persephone and 30 grams of Hades, and it only took one skein of the blue. So yeah, and then the I-cord bind off, which I managed to do in one evening. I was quite shocked. It is a 4-stitch I-cord bind off. It was a little different. I do prefer the that side to this side. I don't know why, but I just do. And then this section right here, I'm sure I completely messed it up, but it's all one color, so you can't really tell. I should have just done, they do, Ashley, the designer, does recommend, if this is hard to maintain, that you can just do this garter ridge here, and I probably should have just done that. Because look, it really does look like I messed up on several areas, but I just did what, also this section right here, you were supposed to keep going until you ran out of this color. My yarn has more yardage than the yarn that she used in her pattern, or her shawl. So, her shawl, she said she did 2 additional repeats on here. So it's I believe it was a 2-row repeat. And she did a total of, 2 extra, so 3 total. Yeah, with me having like 30 some grams left on this, there was no way. It would have been massive, and I did not want to keep, just this section would be massive, and I didn't want to keep doing these weird slip stitches. It was just too confusing. So, yeah, I just did the 3 rows that she did, and then bound it off. What else can I say about this? It blocks really nicely. I'm glad to have it finished. Yep, I don't know what else to say about it. I have a nice big finish. I bought a steel bar from Lowe's and some fixtures. I plan to put it up. I think I'm going to put it up over here, which I'll take pictures and put it on my Instagram when I eventually do it, and then hang all my shawls from it, because I really don't have anywhere to put all my shawls right now. They're just kind of like everywhere, just hanging out. I have that basket hanging up right there that's full of shawls and is already overflowing. I got a couple shawls upstairs. My What the Fade is hanging up over here on a dress form. So I'm going to put that bar up eventually. And okay, let's go ahead and talk about my first whip, which is my socks, my August socks for the Rainbow Socks Chronicles by So Sweet Violet and Lay Family Yarn. It's a year-long knit-along. It's on Ravelry. I have everything listed below to their Ravelry groups with all the rules and stuff so that you can check it out. So I showed that I had the first sock finished minus heel last week, and I'm almost done with the second sock. I have maybe 10 more rounds before the toe. I could have finished it yesterday, but I didn't want to like completely finish it because I do take this to work with me. So when I am supervising the kids out at recess, I have this bag attached to the bag I wear, and I can knit while supervising, and I didn't want to, have this finished and then I wouldn't have anything to knit, because I'm not taking anything big, that's for sure. Too heavy. It's been way too hot outside. It's in the 90s again this week here in Colorado, which is not fun at all. But yeah, look at this weird pooling. So this one kind of pooled like that. This one is pooling much differently. That's so weird. I don't know. Also, I guess it would go this way. So strange. But yeah, this one will be done. I mean, this pair of socks will be done shortly. It has to be done before the end of the month so I can get it submitted. Yeah, that yarn is an unknown stash yarn. It came from a not wool swap. I always say that. Fiber share swap 2 years ago. I just don't remember which partner sent it to me. But thank you. That yarn is incredibly soft and it's very pretty. So yeah, that is that. Next whip, we'll go ahead and we'll show my Engel sweater. I'm not sure if I showed this last week. I'm pretty sure I did, but I can't remember. My Engels by Caitlin Hunter. So I started this back in November of 2020, and I got all this done. I know it took me a while to get the body done because I just felt like I was burning out on the length. Like I felt like it was never getting any longer at all. Like I'd measure it and it'd just stay the same measurement the whole time. And so I got the body done, and then I just burnt out. I put it on my dress form that was right over here, and I just left it. I had one sleeve picked up, a couple rounds into it, and then it sat. I couldn't do it. But it's currently right now, it is hashtag fall garment make along, which is being hosted by Natalie of Nitty Natty, which is a 3-month long make along to just work on a garment. You don't have to start a garment. You can have a whip, which thankfully this counts. This is a whip. So, you know, new start or whip. And I don't think we have to finish it within the 3 months. We just have to work on it, post it in the Ravelry group. Just progress pictures. We can do it on Instagram with the hashtag fall garment make along. And yeah, that's it. So it's a very nice and relaxed make along. And I thought this was perfect to, motivate me to get it done. So yeah, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I'm pretty sure I showed it last week, but I completely unsure. I worked on it a little bit during church. I did not have any markers to show me exactly how much I did. But then yesterday, Monday, I put a marker in, set a timer for 30 minutes to see how much I can get done in 30 minutes, and went to town. I can get about 2 inches. I'm going to show you the sleeve, and then I'll show you the whole thing. So this is where I was at the beginning of my 30 minutes yesterday, and then I got up to here. So just under 2 inches. Like I think one more round would be 2 inches. So that's pretty good. I have just about 5.5 inches left before the cuff on this sleeve. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So I'll go ahead and show you. Where's the back? That's the back. So this is the sweater. It's really big. So it has short rows in the back at the bottom. So that's kind of nice. Big and fluffy. So I'm knitting this on a, what are these? A US 7 or a 4.5 millimeter needles, the Chiagu's Magic Looping the sleeve. I believe this yarn is a worsted weight. It is the Blue Sky Fibers Woolstock yarn. So the body is this one. I forget what color this is called. I forgot what it's called. I don't remember, and I'm sorry. But it's their white colorway. And then my little motifs, I got brave and decided I wanted each motif to be different. It does repeat because there was 6 colors that I could use out of this mini bundle, which is, they were individually skeined 5-gram minis. There was 21 of them. So I think it was 2 of each. It was 3 of each color, I think. And these were my scraps. It also had white, but I couldn't use that. So it had 7 colors total. I couldn't use the white one. And like I said, I believe it was 3 skeins of each color. And each skein was 5 grams. Sorry. It's 100% Highland Peruvian wool. And again, I'm pretty sure this is worsted weight. It doesn't actually say. But yeah, I got this at my local yarn store last year. which is called You and Me, a Yarn Boutique. Yeah. I have to figure out these ends. They are woven in, but we'll see. I'm hoping with wash and wear it'll kind of just felt and then be good. I just need to get this sweater done. It's probably my longest project, minus one other one that I probably will end up just frogging. I just haven't got there yet with my decisions. But yeah, we're getting there slowly, but it'll get there. Hopefully before November. Next whip. I did work on my ice cream social shawl these last two evenings. I decided to pick it up. Not a whole heck of a lot done because, again, well, if you are new, you wouldn't know, but this lace pattern is very intense. And obviously each row is getting a little bit longer. I think it's two increases per row, I think. Oh, excuse me. So I was right. It's right here last time I showed you. And last night I finished up this extra main color stripe. This next one. So I can add in color number 5, which, let me see here. All right, so those 4. Shoot, I don't know which one I was doing next. Maybe the dark was the one, and then the cream. This tan, I guess it's tan, not cream. I think that's how I wanted it to go. I don't think I want it to go that way. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to think about it because I got to add one. It'll probably be darkest than the lightest. So this yarn is from, it's Yarn Bee. It was a mini pack. I forget how many grams each. I think they're close to 30 grams each. I could be wrong. 25 grams, maybe. 25 grams. It's called Fridays in Florence. It's 60% acrylic, 20% wool, and 20% nylon. It's really soft, actually. It's really nice to work with. It does split a little bit, but it is nice. Oops. And then the this main color that I'm using is just a bare yarn, fingering weight. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So that's what I'm using there. Get this back in there. So yep. Like I said, this is pretty slow going for me, just because this lace is very intense. But I don't plan to stop working on it. It's just probably going to take me quite a bit of time. That's fun. So this was actually a knit along hosted by my local yarn store. The pattern is called Ice Cream Social by Lisa K. Ross, or Paper Daisy Creations. I believe that's where you can find it. paperdaisycreations.com. We started this July 4th. And I'm slow going at it. Here's that better picture. Here's the better picture of it. So you start out with the colors being the bigger section, and then when you get to the middle, you switch over and then kind of do it opposite, except these colored lines actually get thicker. These, the white lines, they stay the same in that section. And then, yeah. I don't know, it's interesting. I thought it was an interesting construction. Thought it'd be fun to try. Lace is not my jam, though. Lace is not my jam. Last whip. And these are my 4 main whips right now. I'm about to add another one in, and I'll show you in just a minute. So this is my last main whip. This is Amory or Amory by Isabel Kramer. It is a lace weight sweater with a lace detail at the bottom, but it's just at the bottom. And it doesn't look that difficult. Not like that shawl. And yes, I said lace weight. That's intense, right? So I'm using, this is Gloss by Knit Picks, Gloss lace weight in the colorway Pine. 70% merino wool, 30% silk. Super nice. And I haven't got much further. I don't think I actually have a progress keeper. I need to put a progress keeper on here. Oops. I do not have a progress keeper. I'll put one on this time. Not much further. Let's see here. Oh, I finished up the sleeve increase set 1, and now I'm on sleeve increase set 2. I know it's strange, but that is what I'm at. It's got a rolled collar, which is really nice. So that's where it'll be, a rolled collar. I think I'm going to try to focus a little bit and get to this, you know, the sleeve break. That'd be great. But there's still quite a bit to go before that. I'm knitting this on a US 4 or a 3.5 millimeter. And these are my Licka, what are these, shorties? My Licka shorties. And I need to put it on a longer cable. I think this is just a 16-inch cable. I need to put it on the bigger one now. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. It's, like I said, lace weight. It's teeny weeny, tiny little stitches. But I don't mind tiny stitches. I don't mind tiny stitches in cross stitch. I don't mind tiny stitches in knitting. I like small things. Teeny tiny. It's fun. Okay, so the project I am going to start probably later today. I'm going to start The Shift by Andrea Mowry of Drea Renee Knits. This is a cowl, so it's knit flat and then you seam it at the end. So I was thinking about doing this. The only reason why I was thinking about doing this because I actually was eyeballing the Night Shift, which is the shawl version of this one. I was actually eyeballing that a couple months ago when I was watching Heather of the 4-Star Knits. She recommended just getting 2 balls of Noro yarn and knitting that, which I still kind of want to do. I saw another lady who is up in Denver who's doing the same thing. It's just Noro yarn is pretty expensive, so... But I think that might be something. But I was watching Felicity? It's Felicia of Sweet Georgia. She knit this using some hand spun yarn. And I'm just like, well, I'm spinning some yarn. And you need 3 colors for this. I'm spinning 3 different colors. So yeah, I'm gonna finally use my hand spun yarn to knit something. I'm gonna use these guys. Look, I finished them last night. Finished up the blue. So this is my my hand spun. The colored yarn is from Some Wonderful Studio on Etsy. These colors came in a pack of 6 roll eggs, so 2 yellows, 2 blues, 2 greens. They're roll eggs. They're 100% Falkland wool. What else can I say about them? Yeah, so the yellow, there was a light yellow and a dark yellow. There was a light blue and a darker blue. And then there was a greenish yellow, or a yellow green, and then a darker green. So I got that all spun up. And then I decided to spin it with some black fiber to get it like this. So the black fiber is 100% merino. I believe I said it was merino silk or thought it was merino silk, but it's not. It's just merino. The microns were I forget, kind of high. That's what made it feel kind of silky to me. but I got it all spun up. I actually have some black left over. But yeah, so I spun it up and I was nervous that I wouldn't have enough, but I do. I have just barely enough of the blue for the pattern. I have the most, I mean, these are a little bit longer because my nitty naughty is quite big. I need to adjust the size. This one was super big, so I had to change it or put it back on my Swift and make it regular size. But I have about 50-ish grams of these two alone, and then I ended up with like almost 75 grams of the green. Not entirely sure how that happened, but I have enough to make this as long as I hit gauge. So I need to cake these up, do a gauge swatch. I know my yarn is varying sizes. Like some areas are fingering weight, some are sport, and then I think it gets as big as a thick DK, like a heavy DK probably. So I'm hoping that I can get away with it and make it. So really, honestly, I had the pattern printing out just this morning. So I haven't been able to, it's over there, so I haven't been able to look at it. I'm not sure if I just start with 2 colors or it's automatically starting with 3, but if I have, I'm not entirely sure what I want as color A, B, and C. I'm like, do I do it in the way that it came in the package, which was yellow, then green, then blue? Like, do I do it just like that as A, B, and C, or do I do it like that? See, I don't know yet. I don't know. It probably doesn't even really matter because they're all going to get mixed up together in this cowl. But I'm really excited to finally actually knit something using my own hand spun yarn. Like, that's the goal, right? And every time I do spin fiber, I'm always like, what am I going to make with this? Because I can't really make socks. And I don't have enough to make a sweater. So I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. And I keep thinking to myself, so this colorway was called Picnic Weather. Itchy nose. There's little black bits in it. I'm just like, look, it's all the ants that come to a picnic. I know, I'm weird. It's okay. I own it. But yeah, I got it all spun up. Now to cake it. So exciting. So yeah. Like I said, I hope to get this cast on this evening because my life is busy. I would say this afternoon, but something wonderful has happened. So 2-3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was probably like 3 weeks ago, I'll be honest. We have a neighborhood Facebook group for the community, and somebody posted asking if there would be any interest in starting a knitting group at our clubhouse, ranch house. I don't know, have I talked about this? I feel like I've talked about this. You know, it'd be over at our ranch house in the afternoon. And I was all about that, except for, you know, I always worry about the times. Because half the time, everybody wants to do things in the evening, and that just doesn't work for me. I mean, family time, you know, I got kids that I need to feed and get into bed. My husband's home, so I get to hang out with him. So I'm like, I can't really do evenings. But luckily, the lady who set it up wanted to do an afternoon thing. And I'm just like, okay, well, it depends on when I get done with work. Because this was kind of talked about before I started work at my kids' school. But I kind of got lucky. So the group meets at 1 o'clock on Tuesdays at the ranch house, and the ranch house is right next to the school. So I can finish work, and I did walk over the first time, just walk over, but I've been driving lately because it's just too hot too hot. You know, I go over there and then I could sit and knit with, and it's only 2 other ladies currently, which is fine. You know, it's a nice little group. These ladies are super nice. And we just sit there and then, so I get about an hour and a half, 2 hours before I have to be back at school for crossing guard duty. So I end up just sitting there, the whole time and then going back to school. So I would say I could start it this afternoon, but I'll be at the knitting group and I'm not going to, I don't think I'm going to start something new there. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So yeah, I'm quite thankful that somebody wanted to start a knitting group. With Jen leaving me, it's nice to be able to sit and knit with some other people. I really do feel like I've talked about this, huh? If I did, I am so sorry. So sorry. What else? So it's just been pretty busy lately with just regular life stuff. I have not been able to get out and get more linen to sew the Woolfolk dress. I really want to though, so I need to get on that soon. Yeah, that's really about it. Honestly, I don't have much to talk about. You like my phone case? Kids freaking love it. It's not like a real pop socket, not pop socket, pop-it fidget toy. It doesn't really do it, but it protects my phone. So that is the most important thing. Yes, that is it, guys. Sorry for dragging out the ending of this. Maybe I don't want to go, but I should. So I will see you next week. If you liked, again, if you liked what you saw here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you know when I post again. It's always Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever I get a chance to edit and upload this. But yeah, go ahead and like it or thumbs down it. I don't mind. YouTube doesn't care. It gets me more exposure, which I think I need. I need more exposure, guys. Help a girl out, maybe? Okay. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.